such as I have done today. Okay. I was actually chatting with Michael, isn't it, earlier?
Marcus, sorry,
earlier, about going to Japan. It's still a habit you see all over Japan at the moment. Anyone else who goes there, please. I know you've been as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the round ball.
And they do the balls as well. Yes.
That's great.
It's a lovely thing to see. And I think this is another thing that maybe we should push forward. Good quality ice next to a good quality spirit is one of the most important things in any cocktail, to be honest. So, good quality ice is what we're using. If you want to make it yourself, by the way, just boil up your water first, let it cool to around finger temperature, put it into an Eskimo cooler, okay, picnic cooler, and put that into the freezer. For those that you have the large chest freezers at home. It'll take about 3 or 4 days to freeze, but what you should end up with is an almost crystal clear block of ice. A nice thing to have and a nice thing to use. From there, well, smash it to pieces, have some fun. It's great. You end up, as you can see, with these beautiful gem-like cubes. So now the sapphire and sin, very, very easy. I'm going to use for each 1.5 ounces of sapphire. To be honest, you can measure. Measuring's good to keep the balance in check. But if you're doing it at home, you should be able to do it by eye. I've got there about 3 ounces, enough too. Enough to let the gin shine through, but enough to keep the alcohol levels down as well. And to that, we're going to add fresh lemon juice, 1 ounce for each. Here we're playing with the lovely citrus flavours. We've got Spanish lemon peels in Bombay Sapphire itself, so that makes sense. Let's put a little lemon juice in there. And now, I think a lot of you go out drinking cocktails in Montreal already, yes? Right, good. And you see what on the bars? Lemon juice, lime juice. That's what you see. I'm going to use fresh orange, straight from the fruit. I've squeezed this by hand earlier. Okay, you can use a fresh squeezed box orange, but I'd really encourage you to squeeze it there and then from the fruit. The combination of the two lifts the whole drink, and it pairs very nicely with the coriander seed that we have also in Bombay, and gives you something really light and refreshing. Now the original gin and sin, just 1/2 ounce for each. Now the original gin and sin would then have been sweetened with grenadine, a ubiquitous ingredient at the time. Grenadine, I mean, if you're going to stock a few things in your house for some prohibition drinks, vermouth, grenadine, actually some eggs. A lot of eggs came in their drinks back then. I'm not going to use any today, but they're useful to have. But vermouth and grenadine. But I'm going to swap that out today for ginger syrup. Simple syrup, sugar, water, reduce it in the pan, little fresh ginger. Job done. Okay? And that adds a nice little piquancy to that drink.
Do you grate the ginger?
Yes, you do. Just slice it up, peel it, wash it, peel it, slice it up in the pan with your sugar and water. Okay? Nice and easy way to do it. If you want to get really fancy, Kim, you can actually, so I know a lot of people are into their health kicks these days as well, so you may have a centrifugal juicer at home. So juice your ginger and use the ginger juice with sugar to make the syrup, and then you'll have a really rich aromatic syrup. Okay? But failing that, if you want a nice quick way of doing it, just sugar, water and your ginger. And once done, by the way, it's not just for the one day. It'll last you several weeks in the fridge, so you can keep hold of it for a while. It's a useful ingredient to have around. But that's it. Simple drink. 4 ingredients. Most of the prohibition drinks were very, very simple. And now I'm just going to crack a little ice into there as well for us. Okay. Just use an old blunt knife. Is always good. Don't use your best knives doing this sort of thing. Okay. That one's good. Just enough ice in there to shake and chill the drink. And shake them well. If you're going to shake your drinks, that's too much to your cocktail. Really, please. When you're out and about, especially if you're going out for a nice Bombay cocktail anywhere in town and you catch your bartender giving you some of that, no, please just ask him to put a bit of life into it. Honestly. Drinks should be served while they're still laughing at you, is what Harry Johnson said, another famous bartender of the era. There we go. Over our beautiful gem-like cubes, into a couple of nice old-fashioned style glasses. Another great trend, by the way, to look out for.